You guys know what's best. Beat them with passing, beat them how you know. Dignitas probably have the best vision that we've seen so far this weekend. And we are underway in game number 1.
And on the desk, Jorby, I said for me it comes down to Yukio and AXB. AXB had such an incredible performance day 1, and Yukio was also playing very well. Those are the guys I'm keeping my eye on to see how they contribute to the team.
Light shot from AXB turned away in the first 25 seconds of gameplay, and Yukio, yeah, the season was very tumultuous for Yukio. He was not shooting well.
It started low. It started at a low point, but slowly he started to bring things back together, and in the regionals, Jorby, he was a huge key to their success. He scored the goal that sent them here. He was shooting very well, and as a whole, Dignitas' trend has been upward.
They are against Spacestation Gaming in the MVP Civical and company. That shot by Arsenal was just wide of the net earlier, and Yukio, the attempted clear, knocked away. High ball for Violent Panda. He found Astral in traffic. AXB against the backboard, forcing Spacestation back, and that's something Spacestation have to watch out for is Dignitas' quick transition game. They always have someone ready for a pass downfield, trying to beat you with that speed. Astral, who was a passing machine yesterday as well. Can't get that one out.
And on top of passing, Jorby, a defensive monster. Astral's mechanics so good, he can do everything so well.
Pitched up against the backboard. Civical can't get the clear out. Violent Panda, the ball taken away from Spacestation again, but AXB has the ball past midfield. The air dribble won't go anywhere for him, but it does set up Arsenal off the backboard. Civical looking, and
good support from Yukio. Violent Panda was bumped and needed that support to come in. Now on the transition, Dignitas dealing with that physicality quite well, although we see Arsenal get the demo on Yukio.
just can't get control of the ball completely. Violent Panda finds Astral again. Dignitas, the passing lanes, they're in traffic, but they are still connecting. Oh, it's open. That's in. Civical scores and Spacestation strike first.
Panda was at the midfield. He needed to rotate back. He turned, and we saw the double commit. Panda had to keep going back. The communication wasn't there for Dignitas. They both jumped for it, and Panda, after he stopped his momentum with only 10 boosts, there was no hope. The net wide open. Space Station taking advantage of the mistake.
And Space Station's defense has been pretty solid, especially on the backboard in the first half of game one. And they've faced a good bit of pressure from Dignitas. Arsenal taking this one from the third. Violent Panda's challenge will not afford Space Station an easy chance at this. Yukio keeps it close to him. The Civical challenge only over to Astral. Astral demoed on the play. Arsenal buying a little bit of time. The Civical has to play this from the corner against Yukio. Violent Panda close on the rotation, off the back wall. Shot is in for Astral.
Astral is such an impact player, a difficult read. Look at the speed of this read. Panda putting it off the backboard. Arsenal even tried to get up there and bump Astral out of the way. But Astral was so fast.
Quick.
A perfect read.
And he was that all day yesterday. And you know what I'm saying on the desk, it is so hard to be consistent at the World Championship. With Dignitas, especially with Violent Panda at the head of this team, consistency, you almost expect it. Oh, that shot. NXP.
And also, Jorby, the interview with Reynolds, he chalked up their performance yesterday, their loss to the inexperience. And there's a lot of rookies on this field right now. Typical Arsenal here for the first time. AXB getting his first chance at the World Championship. And also, it's hard to believe that this is Astral's rookie season.
It definitely doesn't feel like
such an impact.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable. And even for the other rookies on the opposite side of the field, all the players, when you talk to them, they say, Space Station, you got to watch out for these guys. AXB picks up a save, and Arsenal carries it away around the corner. So it's 1-1. Dignitas, a couple of quick passing plays. Space Station have been able to weather the assault for the most part, but this is Dignitas' ball still. They're just going across the blue corners. Arsenal looking for a clear, but it's going to be tough.
And we haven't really seen many demos from Arsenal. Arsenal in that interview talking about contributing to his team, doubling the Devils of Reynolds. Well, they'll need some of his aggression to maybe sway this game in their favor.
He led the league in demos by almost 20, and Arsenal scores here. Space Station with a late lead.
He doesn't need to blow up his teammates or blow up his opponents. He just needs to blow up the ball by slamming it into the net. A wonderful center by Sipical.
51 seconds for Dignitas in game one. Beautifully done on the quick turnaround for Space Station. But still, the pressure is definitely something to worry about because this is going to keep happening. They weren't able to find the ball, and Yukio punishes.
Wonderful transition, and Yukio was on the hunt. It actually helped that Panda let that go into the mid. Panda, that was the right decision as he took the defender off the ball, and Yukio had a wide open shot right in front of net. And those through balls, you see it more and more. Pros trying to let that ball leak out. Go, just posture.
Yeah.
Use your posturing to get the defense off of your trail and just let your teammate who has the better opportunity come in.
Time winding down in regulation. Both teams vying for possession. Astral the next to touch. It'll be Typical to return. Over one, but it'll be Violent Panda to take it out to the corner. Arsenal pressing.
Flip.
Now Typical turning around or back to the corner. Demo for Arsenal. Typical plays it close, but loses the challenge to Arsenal. AXP up quickly. Only one touch for him. Violent Panda trying to keep control. He does well, and the ball will drop to the ground. We got overtime.
It's been a neck-and-neck game. Now overtime, Space Station and Dignitas fighting for that top 4 spot.
Just in the first game. Oh, and it's Dignitas who scores right off the kickoff. They take game one.
It took 8 seconds. Astral passing that out into the middle.
And it was that catch. The catch in the corner, picked it up off the challenge, and then found the pass afterwards. Beautifully done by Dignitas.
And when we were covering that get it moment presented by CDW, we showed Dignitas' passing. All 3 of them getting involved on that play. This time it was Astral just scoping out Panda in the middle.
And Space Station really struggled for offense in that game. They had a couple good pressure opportunities, but other than that, I mean, Dignitas, it really felt like they controlled the pace of this game despite the quick opportunities that Space Station had created.
We're seeing them handle the aggression. We're seeing Arsenal not really having that physicality factor that normally we see Space Station have. Astral, we did see some bumps, but we saw on the one bump play where Panda was bumped in net, Yukio was right there to support. So the comms were there at times, but also we did see Dignitas make that mistake at the midfield where Panda had turned. He didn't have much boost. It was a double commit, and that left the net vulnerable. But these 2 teams were very well matched in this game, going all the way to overtime. I can tell, Jorby, we might be in for the long haul in this series.
And so what's it got to be for Space Station? Because you can't rely on Dignitas making mistakes to keep you in games like this. Is it more demos? Is it sticking to their game plan?
It's finding a way to get Arsenal back into his element, attacking the players, connecting with the demos, connecting with the bumps, and getting those fast follow-ups to take advantage of that space. But Dignitas, give them credit. They're finding ways around it. However, we did see them struggle at times against the Pittsburgh Knights. In the it was a back-and-forth series with them. So we'll see if Space Station can hunt down Dignitas and start connecting on this aggression.
Incredible story for Dignitas throughout this season. For at one point, we're one game away from either going to regionals or the promotion tournament. And they find themselves in one of the hottest teams at the World Championship. In game number 2, Space Station going to try to find their way into this series. Violent Panda taking control, trying to stay on top of it.
I had a chance, Jorby, to talk with Astral, and he said after that loss to the low jail, forget about it. Yukio drawing our attention back to the game.
And that first touch here by Astral, look at that! That's
the
just
control!
Dirty!
And it wasn't even one touch, Jorby. He had a first touch coming down towards the ground, controlling it, and then getting the second touch pass out to Yukio.
He's unbelievable. Hey, Astral, he first came onto the scene. Does he have a goal? No, he couldn't get around it. But you remember at Beyond the Summit when he hit that crazy pinch goal and all the talk about Astral even before that. Watch out for this guy. This guy is going to be a star. And he's being a star on the world stage in his first World Championship appearance. It is incredible to watch.
And you got to give credit to Violent Panda as well, scoping out the talent. Hand-built this team. Dignitas had to rebuild after their dynasty for what seemed like forever, doing something that was unprecedented in Rocket League esports. They had to go back to the drawing board, and it seems like this Dignitas rebuild squad is finally hitting their stride.
They have certainly been rolling through. And Spacestation Gaming have also had quite a run themselves so far. A very dominant day one performance. They've ran into a wall of Dignitas that they're going to have to find a way to break through. Arsenal pitches it high, but the backboard easily defended by Violent Panda. Midfield closed down by AXB. Arsenal getting away for Sipical. Sipical takes control. He's got one to beat in the air on the challenge, but Astral had him read the whole way.
Sipical's a player when he's in the air, that's where he's the most dangerous. We've seen him take opportunities. You think he's going for a flip reset and transition into air dribbles. Just do things that you don't expect.
He's the North American MVP for a reason. And we saw some flash from him yesterday. They're going to need more of that today. But another pass cut off, a long one.
And Arsenal used up a lot of boost to jump up towards that. He's still retreating back with nothing in the tank.
And they're forced They're forced to just jump up for some of these and can't find the challenge. Astral keeps it close. Astral scores, and it's 2-0 Dignitas.
Astral so comfortable in the air, slowing down, getting that pop, and just goes for the dunk. He might not have gotten the flip reset. Regardless, he was in a perfect position to dunk that one past. Dignitas in full control of game two.
He just always knows how to challenge the ball. The orientation of his car, the way he approaches the ball. Does he have that? No, barely misses. Arsenal got bumped, so he'll be slow coming back to it. Typical, he was forced up in Space Station with AXB, finally get the clear. Oh, the touch from Arsenal gets knocked back aside. Typical, he's by another. Can he get back to his own touch? Oh, Arsenal committed as well. Violent Panda back over to Astral, excuse me. That was a chance for Space Station. They still have the ball, but that chance is gone.
Arsenal's been on zero boost for such a long time, Jorby. And when he doesn't have boost, he can't go for those demos. Going for demos requires a lot in the tank. You have to hunt down your opponents. And now he's on with nothing back on defense.
And oh, good pass to Violent Panda. Oh, looking for Astral, almost found him. No goal, but Violent Panda still makes life difficult for Space Station on the transition. Arsenal tried to get over one, but the ball knocked away again. Space Station are always having to chase their own balls down because Dignitas are just harassing them on their way back around the rotation, and it's forcing them to be slow.
And that's not something that you see from Space Station, being slowed down to this extent. Normally a high-paced squad led by Arsenal, but Arsenal has been a non-factor in this game because of his limited boost.
Well, Dignitas hanging on to what feels like a comfortable 2-goal lead right now. Violent Panda down the pitch for the pass. Knocked away on the challenge. Arsenal over Yukio, still having to fight Astral for the ball. AXB picking it up. Arsenal missed the demo. Astral misses it, and he got the touch out. Arsenal getting back again. Violent Panda trying to clear. Civical's there. Staying back. Astral has the clear once more off the ceiling. By midfield. Even if AXB gets the touch, the challenge belongs to Astral. Violent Panda in midfield. Up high. Astral shot blocked by Sipical.
And Astral pre-jumped that. Astral pre-jumped that pass and almost got the double tap off the rebound. He is in his element right now.
And that's what we saw Dignitas do against the Three Sins yesterday, where they just seemed to be able to see 5 seconds into the future. They knew where every touch was going to go, and they were up to every single ball so quickly. Game number 2 against Space Station is no different. Dignitas win.
I said it might be a long haul, but Dignitas has just picked up the momentum. In game 1, it was back and forth. It seemed like these teams were well matched. But game 2, Dignitas put the pedal to the metal
Only 3 shots for Space Station. There was no offense. They couldn't win a single challenge.
84 points for Arsenal, 84. If you go back and you watch this replay and watch from Arsenal's point of view, he was on 0 boost almost all the time. He couldn't find boost. He couldn't find his spot in the rotation. And he couldn't find opportunities to go up and harass like he normally does. Astral, he was a magician this game.
And even in game 1, his ability to catch the ball seemingly anywhere on the pitch, no matter at what speed. The one in game 1 that he had where he made the challenge up high in the corner and he still caught the ball and got the pass out. And then that one right there where he caught it and brought it the whole way to the ground. When someone controls the ball like that, it's so hard to beat a player like that. The best player comparison I could think of is Justin. When I think of someone who's so good at possessing the ball and winning challenges, Astral is that kind of player. He's that caliber of player. Dignitas, they feel unbeatable right now.
What I love, though, about Astral at this moment, Jorby, is that he's not trying to take matters into his own hands. He's taking those chances. He's not shying away from opportunities to make plays on his own. But what he's also doing is every opportunity where he can go for the pass and go for the distribution, he is. And he's getting it right to his teammates, right on their nose. Astral all around, he is like a surgeon operating with a scalpel, slicing Space Station apart. And another huge save.
And how many heartbeats are left on the monitor for Space Station in this game? Really wanting the better seeding heading into day 3. But Dignitas, they're just the better team on the pitch right now. Can Space Station find any kind of crack through Dignitas? There doesn't seem to be any right now.
Arsenal again on 0 boost. He is the factor that's missing for Space Station.
And he just can't get the save either. Violent Panda puts it in.
He had nothing. He went all the way over to the corner, couldn't find boost, goes back. Panda's coming in. The drop shot right over his head. Wonderfully placed. Dignitas are on a roll, and they are rolling over Space Station.
Just flattened. Space Station haven't scored since game 1. High up in the air, pass over to Yukio. Dropping down, saved by Sipical. Who has also not been able to get anything going. Just the whole team shut down. Pass over to Violent Panda. A little too much juice on the play. Another pass to Violent Panda, back to Astral. Blocked this time. And Dignitas, I mean, they're having their way on the pitch right now. They're playing up and aggressive. They pull off exactly when they need to. Their vision is just unbeatable against Space Station right now. Minute and a half in, Dignitas still have the lead. Pass over to Yukio, looking for Astral. Back to Yukio. Yukio rolls it back to the corner. Just can't get anything going. Astral has an option over to Yukio. Yukio finds it back to Violent Panda. Better challenges from Space Station in midfield, but even it's not just Arsenal low on boost. Sipical and AXB are struggling as well, trying to desperately go get boost on the other side of the field, trying to stop Dignitas from being as fast as they are. Sipical to catch, flips it over Violent Panda. Shot from AXB, no. That's probably the best chance Space Station have had in 2 games.
And Arsenal dives in, and with nothing left in the tank, he's going to have to run back. Like you said, Jorby, the best chance that they've had, they didn't come up with anything. And now it's right back to defense. However,
chance around the corner for Arsenal, rolls it around the box, but too fast. And Astral is right there for it. Back over to Yukio, shot on target, and it's in. Dignitas, an insurance lead.
Long-range goal. And again, Arsenal diving in, not being able to get any sort of contact on the ball. The over-aggression from Space Station, and Dignitas just keep going.
It feels like desperation from Space Station. A couple of times you saw AXP earlier use what he had in the tank to try to steal Diggs' boosts on the rotation back. He couldn't even get it there. Quick transition, blocked by Violent Panda. Nothing they're trying is working. Sipical from midfield, the ball taken away again. Violent Panda, he's all over the pitch as well, winning a lot of those challenges and getting in front of AXB as well.
Beautiful center.
And the pass over is way too high. But they get about 2 seconds with the ball, behind the ball, and then there's an orange car in their face. That's just been the story of the series.
Arsenal tried to connect with a demo on Astral as well, but Astral just kept going at full speed. Was able to drive right away. You see even Arsenal going for Panda as well. Dignitas, they're expecting the aggression. And Houston, we have a problem. His name is Yukio. And Dignitas extend their lead.
And meteorite strike into the net for Yukio. Right off of Violent Panda on the top of a blue car. Dignitas can do no wrong against Space Station. Sizzling, James.
You expect nothing less from Violent Panda. Having to sit out and watch people perform after he's used to competing for the title. He's come back here in Madrid. And Dignitas, they're showing us some flair.
Absolutely. After day one, I saw Violent Panda as he was walking out of the arena. He was just all smiles. He was all cheers, laughing, feeling real good about his play, about his team's play. And it shows on the field. And this team has just been playing so well, and their progression again over the season, it's so impressive. The team that we saw in regionals wasn't the team we saw in league play, but they brought that regional dominance here to the World Championship.
There's been no weak links. No weak links. Yukio, 2 goals and assists. Astral, you can't doubt his participation, his contribution to the team. But Panda and Yukio have been handling the offense in this game.
It has been a full three-man effort.
Too early.
Whatever. Astral puts another one in. Gets involved and gets himself a goal in game number 3.
And it looked like AXP also might have gotten bumped right there.
Kicked out of the stadium.
And Dignitas, they are punching Space Station in the mouth. Space Station, they look down and out, Jorby.
Bloody and beaten. No answer for Dignitas. In another one goes. Why not? Violent Panda picks up another. Man, Dignitas, they're looking great.
Arsenal jumped up for that. Typical trying to get the block, but
Panda, a little nuttier than I gave it credit for.
Finesse. Just put some finesse on it. Is it lunchtime? Because these Dignitas boys are playing like they got somewhere to be.
I don't know if they're hungry anymore. They've been eating a lot in this series. 15 seconds. It's been like the Harlem Globetrotters. They're just styling, scoring whenever they want. Space Station are lost on this pitch. Time expires. Dignitas, a 3-0, and it felt easy. They get one for the road. Arsenal picks one up. That's their first goal in 2 games, but it comes at probably, the worst time possible.
I mean, it was a pretty flick.
It was nice. Nice shot.
But it looked like it was an own goal on that one.
Oopsies.
He just wanted to get that ball into the net and get the game over, and Dignitas smash Space Station Gaming 3-0.
Man, and smash still feels like an understatement. See the GGs all around. You'll still see Space Station day number 3, but it is very, very clear that they have their work cut out for them. And the bar has been set. Yukio, Astral, Violent Panda.
Dignitas is looking like maybe the best team here at the moment.
I think so.
They are looking lights out good, scary good, already guaranteed top 4. Space Station, a team that ripped through reciprocity, the #1 seed in Europe. They met a brick wall, and that brick wall was Dignitas.
The beginning of that series, all Astral, all the passes that he had, those touches, the catches to get those passes out, and then late in the series, Violent Panda and Yukio all throughout the series just keeping plays alive,
Everyone was making
going.
plays. Everyone was making plays. Everyone was contributing from Dignitas. But on the other end, you look at Arsenal. Arsenal struggled to find his position. AXB, he had an opportunity out in the in front of net that he wasn't able to put away. Sipical was getting shut down. He wasn't getting any chances. They needed that aggression from Arsenal to generate space, but Arsenal just could not find his momentum. He couldn't find his positioning, his space. He struggled, and when he struggles, Space Station struggles. and we see what Dignitas did to him. That was a shellacking.
Dignitas are hot. Let's go back to the desk and get their thoughts on that one.